Alright, the stream's up, we're live. And
Yay.
at least from what I can see on my end, it's steady, so that's good. Means the setup's working.
Woohoo!
Nightbot should be fine. Nightbot was misbehaving earlier, but he's here now. Oh, that's out of date. I'm just turning off that bracket. Actually, no, I should. Give me like 30.
You can make it.
Give me
you can make
one.
a link to the schedule.
Yeah, I just need a minute to grab the link. Also, my fucking... Okay. Just gonna copy that link. Gonna go to custom commands for Nightbot. Gonna edit it. Okay, it should be updated. Sanity check, yep. Alright, so good afternoon everyone. I'm Waifu Patron San, I'm here with Dr. Omnyx, and we're gonna help you get good at Skullgirls. You know, the weather finally got good. New England's been really shitty for the past few months. But the grass is green, the sun is shining, the flowers are in full bloom, it's a beautiful day outside. But F that, we're gonna sit in here and play video games for the next 4 hours. So, as you can see, you can type in !bracket to get the schedule for today's event. It's on our Steam group, we posted it to Reddit earlier. So, make sure that you know when you are fighting. Omnyx, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright, man.
That's
This
good.
week's gonna be really busy. Gonna move out of my apartment on Tuesday, and I'm going to London on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Yeah, I just moved out of my place yesterday. Moved into my new place. New place seems to have decent internet. If there are like more issues with the stream than usual, let me know, because this is a very different setup for me. But anyway, let's go make a lobby. Alright, I've sent you an invite. Okay, so our first match for today is TitaniumFate versus Donald. Can we get them in here? I don't see either of them in chat.
TitaniumFate's here.
Oh, TitaniumFate's here?
Yep.
Okay.
Not seeing Donald though.
So we have a few new people around, so let's explain how this works. When we say it is your turn to play, we will send you an invite. You need to be present in our Steam group's chat in order to receive the invite. And because we're not on your friend lists, you might not get a notification, so you're going to have to double check your chat windows, double check your Steam overlay. Make sure that you can see the invite. An easy option is you can just right click on my name or Omnyx's name and hit join game, but only do that when we announce that you're playing. If you're not present and you don't join momentarily, then we're going to wait 2 minutes for you, and then if you're not there within 2 minutes, you're not playing. So make sure that you are paying attention to the announcements for matchups and that you get in your game as quickly as possible. So I have 3:05 on my clock. In 2 minutes, we will find someone different to play TitaniumFate, and we'll be skipping over Donald. If anyone is friends with him on Steam, I mean, from what I can tell, I don't think he's even online. But we need Donald here, guys. Omnyx, I don't know about you, but I have not played any Skullgirls this week.
Me neither. It's been a week.
Yeah, it has been a week. Been busy working and packing and moving home and then moving back here.
I had to finish up my proposal presentation. Shit's serious business.
I'm sure. Okay, so it looks to me like Donald's not showing up. The first person to let themselves into the lobby plays 3 rounds against TitaniumFate. And for those of you that did not read the rules and you don't know how this event works, we have your matches scheduled. You play 3 games, win or lose, and then you're done.
Of course, it's Nod Scatter.
Yeah, because the regulars are on top of getting in as soon as we say things are open. The ping sucks, yeah, and this is why we arrange the matches so you play people geographically close to you. And this is why it's really, really important that you show up. Because when you don't show up, it means that the people you ditch have to play crappy matches.
Yeah, I thought it would be Lotto too. He was my other choice.
Regardless, this is the best we can do. So please ready up and we can play the games. We need to keep the event moving smoothly.
Or you could leave.
Someone's got to get in here right now.
That's cool.
3 games, win or lose. That means it's not first to 3, it's not best of 3. You play 3 games. Vortivask is here, okay. If we play in it, are we allowed to record our matches? Absolutely. We're going to be publishing the VODs tomorrow on YouTube, so you're better off waiting for those because you can listen to our commentary. We're going to be trying to give you tips and advice during your matches, and so you can rewatch the event on YouTube tomorrow and listen to our feedback. Alright, we got solo Beowulf against Vortivask's Valentine and Big Band. It seems to me like neither player wants to be that aggressive. They're both backing up and just waiting for their opponent to do something. It seems like Vortivask is trying to scoop up with Beat Extend after landing a Brass Knuckles. I'm not sure if that works or not. Most people go for a, they'll do the Giant Step and then they'll do a Brass afterward. Decent jazz. Gets the taunt off and then tags out. Vortivask is getting poked on his raw tags, so you know Titanium can be punishing those a lot harder, and that's why it's not safe to tag into your character's raw. You're better off doing a DHC, a delayed hyper combo, when you have 2 bars of meter. Whereas another option, you know, just be confident that what you're doing can't really be punished. And that block super is going to allow Vortivask to get off, or mostly get off, a full Val combo. Tags into ban, but Titanium picks up the chair instead of actually going for attacks. Lots of quick little tags that Titanium he's right within attack range when Vortivask is tagging out, so Titanium can be getting combos off. Vortivask does that move a little too late, but he's gonna chip out with the Tuba Tuba bonus damage.
I'll cut you down to size.
On-stream chat is broken. I'll try and turn it back on. Okay, so TitaniumFate's changing it up, swapping out Bayo for Eliza in Misfortune. Even so, we can see that Titanium's playing the same way. I mean, even when he's in the corner, he is backing up, trying to create even more distance. Or maybe he's just doing that because he wants to block whatever gets thrown out. Vortivask gets a grab off, but doesn't do anything with it. It looks to me like Titanium does not have B&Bs for these characters. He's getting 2 or 3 hits in here and there, but he's not converting and going into a full combo. And yeah, combos aren't, you know, everything when it comes to learning how to play this game, but you need to have your bread and butter combos that you can just consistently pull off in any situation. Like right there, we've seen that Val combo from Vortivask before. It's getting dropped, but you know, that opening string, he has all those moves committed to muscle memory. He can pull that off whenever he has an opportunity to. And your B&B doesn't need to be crazy complicated. What matters most about bread and butter combos is consistency. should be able to get them to like work on any character. You should be able to, you know, never drop it. It's a nice use of Brass Knuckles by Vortivask to get that kill on Fortune. Ooh. It's too bad that Vortivask wasn't able to get that counter off. And unfortunately, when you whiff the counter, I mean, that's 2 bar, right?
Yep.
So, you know, there's not a lot of margin for error when you're trying to perform that counter.
Something that I'm noticing from both players is that they're not using opportunities to punish.
Without a doubt. I mean, part of it is like, say, in Titanium's case, Titanium doesn't know the bread and butter combos he needs to be able to punish on the fly.
Yeah.
For Vortivask, that's not exactly the problem, because he has that Val combo for sure. Okay, the chat's not working on stream, so I'm going to turn that off. It's because that's run through Nightbot stuff, and Nightbot has been misbehaving today. But we are reading the Twitch chat, so we will be responding to things that we see in there. It just won't be archived with the stream on the VODs like usual.
Are you all natural or used to needles?
Okay, Titanium's switching back to Bayo. Vortivask is sticking with the same team we've seen these past 2 games. Okay, there's a bit of a punish. That third attack with Bayo with the arm didn't even hit because Titanium had already spent an OTG in that combo.
Ooh, that was a cool tag. Probably not intentional though.
Yeah, a quick explanation of combos and OTGs. An OTG is when your opponent's body bounces off the ground during a combo, compared to them landing on their feet, which is called a restand. Now, when you're performing a combo in Skullgirls, if your opponent lands on the ground like an OTG, you can keep on hitting them and keep the combo going. But if a second OTG occurs, then the combo ends and your opponent becomes invincible and they stand back up and regain control of their character. So generally, it's important with your combos to be incorporating restands to extend them as long as possible. And restands are also really good for resets. But you don't necessarily need to be worrying about resets right now. Both players are throwing out...
Gonna get punished.
I mean, that happened with Titanium earlier. He did the gigantic arm. You need to be careful when performing raw supers, especially from the other side of the screen. Jumps right into that beat extend. Another problem with Vortivask tagging all the time is he's not allowing his characters to regenerate health.
Yeah.
See right there, you can see Titanium goes for that third attack, but Vortivask is able to get up. It doesn't even hit him. Chips out with
Gets
that
him with
super.
the chip. It seems like Vortivask is using Band's tag in as an attack just to go back to Val, when that's something that you should be doing with the assist.
Yes, actually, did we even see assist calls?
It might have been... he might have had a... what's it called? Beat extend as the assist.
Yeah, that big band tag in, you can be performing that same thing with your assist if you're using Brass Knuckles. But in general, when your character, like when you're playing a team your non-active characters, the one that like you aren't playing as, they're regenerating their red health as long as they're out. And then when you tag back in, they stop regenerating health and they lose the red health, which means that they can no longer regenerate. And so Vortivask was switching characters very, very rapidly in that set, and that was a problem for him because he was losing so much health. If he kept his characters out longer, he could regenerate a lot of health and keep them alive much longer.
Yep.
Okay, so my big suggestion for TitaniumFate would be to learn some bread and butter combos. Because combos aren't everything when it comes to learning how to play fighting games, but you do need to be able to consistently perform combos and get damage off. Because the way I see it, fighting games there are like kind of two parts to them. There's the mind games and the psychology and creating the opportunities to deal damage. And then there's just the mechanical stuff like performing combos. And for those, what matters is being able to deal damage consistently, or as much damage as possible, whatever situation you want. You need to be able to create situations to deal damage, and then you need to be able to deal meaningful damage when you have those opportunities.
Nice hairball.
Alright, we have Jazz Massive playing Fortune and Bella, Weetan playing Solo Philia. Alright, this is a bit choppy for me. Is it choppy for you?
Again. Working for me.
Okay, you really want to avoid
Ooh,
performing raw hairball with Philia.
I want to punish that. Doesn't punish that.
I don't understand why you'd want to jump over. You could have just performed ground moves after that Diamond Dynamo and then go into a full combo from there. Like I was saying, I pointed out a moment ago that Jazz was able to get a combo off on Weetan's Philia because Weetan performed Hairball raw, and Hairball is unsafe on block, so you need to be very careful when using that. Okay, so Jazz, it looks to me like Jazz has a committed way to respond to Philia.
Yeah,
because a lot of Philias,
Jazz Massive has a plan.
Yeah, they're gonna just jump up at IAD in, and you could see Jazz just kept on prepping that battle button, throwing that out whenever Weetan was jumping into him.
Yep.
Now, it could be possible for Weetan to bait that out, because it is possible to punish Battle Butt.
It seems like a lot of the options that Jazz Massive is using would be punishable if Weetan managed to bait it out.
Yeah.
Is Bella unsafe on block?
I think it might be. You're definitely left vulnerable if it whiffs.
Nice hairball.
I'm curious if that's what Jazz is using as a Bella assist. No, he's using Seracopter. Okay, so now Weetan's stuck in the corner. Weetan's getting just occasional hits him, but we're not seeing real combos. Again, you need to know your bread and butter combos so you can perform, you can deal damage consistently whenever you have the opportunity to do so. Also, we're not seeing any ground text from Weetan. You need to do that so your opponent has less time to plan their next move. And it can also help you get out of iffy situations if you're near the corner. Good block, you need to punish that. Gets a couple hits in, but unfortunately cannot combo off. So that was a pretty lengthy string from Fortune, and you could see that Weetan was just blocking low the entire time. For Jazz Massive, that's when you want to perform an overhead move to try and mix Weetan up.
Nice hairball.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's time to fight!
Yeah, at this point, Wee-Tan's playing very, very cautiously. Just starts crouch blocking as soon as the match begins.
Here, kitty kitty.
Punish that.
Okay, again, Wee-Chan's able to get a couple hits in, but is unable to lead into a combo. I think that the crouching light punch is pushing Jazz a little too far away for the launcher to connect at the end. And with meter, that could kill. Okay, so, I know we've seen Wee-Chan's Philia for a few weeks now, and we've given our share of advice and stuff, but when it comes to like character-specific nitty-gritty things, you get the most mileage out of practicing with someone one-on-one. Wee-Chan, I know we are friends on Steam, so if you see me online and you want to play, please message me. We can sit down, we can go over Philia, and I can give you some one-on-one help with how to play her effectively. Okay, so that's 3. We now have DiscreeT versus Neolith. And then King Mango versus Ohrami. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be home until like 7-ish. I've got work. If I'm online at like after 7 o'clock Eastern, message me and I should be around. Okay, DiscreeT's playing Parasol in Philia. Neolith is using Big Band and Cerebella. Good grab from Neo. Goes straight into Super. It's not a good idea, especially because damage scaling is at 50% after a throw. DiscreeT's gonna lame this one out. Just spam those shots. Neolith has a good reaction, decides to use Brass Knuckles to just barrel his way through, get back within Big Band's effective range.
Liked how DiscreeT blocked the Knuckles, even though DiscreeT got mixed up afterward. DiscreeT has to be ready for a giant step.
Neolith knows, or has some idea of what his options are to get through here, but he seems to have forgotten as Big Band goes down.
Laying down some tears on the
really
ground.
like that DiscreeT laid those tears on the ground, which would prevent Bella from moving in on the ground, doing a tumbling run. Okay, here's Philia. Nice MGR. DiscreeT drops his guard a little too early and gets hit.
Just whiffs all around.
Yeah, Neolith was whipping a lot of those MGRs because Philia is too close for those to connect. Nice use of the napalm pillar. Okay, is he gonna keep the combo going? Nah, he's a little too far away for that launcher.
Don't like the raw hairball, but I mean, if it works. Nice pillar.
Nice throw from DiscreeT. I imagine he was doing that because he was planning on teching.
A winner is you.
Really liked what I was seeing with DiscreeT's assist calls on both characters.
The assist calls were good. I feel like his parasol was definitely lacking. Like, he only knew how to spam shots. And Neolith's team has a lot of good options to beat Napalm Shot. You know, Big Ben has Giant Step. He has Brass Knuckles. Sarabella has Tumbling Run. She has Diamond Deflector. So this really isn't a sustainable strategy for DiscreeT. Neolith can adapt to it, or yeah, Neolith can adapt to it pretty easily. Block that raw jazz. Good job, but you could have punished with so much more than just burning your own meter. You could have done a B&B and then ended in meter. But anyway, we're just gonna go back to seeing shots, and Neolith really needs to do something about it. I mean, earlier he used a brass knuckle to get through, but we haven't seen that trick again.
DiscreeT really needs to watch out as Parasol for using your charge and just backing yourself up into the corner.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's something where, you know, that's just the way the inputs work, that you can inadvertently back yourself up into the corner if you're charging too quick, if you're charging for too long. I want to emphasize that these napalm shots should not be working as well as they are. But in the end, when it comes to fighting games, if you discover that your opponent cannot adapt to something, they have, you know, you find some trick that works on them every time, keep on exploiting it until they catch on. Neolith does not know how to deal with the napalm shot spam, plain and simple, so DiscreeT's just going to keep on throwing out those shots because it's free damage for him.
Finishes with a level 3, like what I'm seeing from DiscreeT's Parasol, even if the combos are just
the
still
combos
pretty
are
basic.
non-existent. He doesn't need to perform them because he can just spam napalm shot.
Yep. I'm not seeing any giant steps or brass knuckles from Neolith or diamond deflectors from Sarabella.
Neolith has more than enough tools to beat DiscreeT's Parasol. He just needs to start using them. So I want to do a quick check-in. Guys, how is the stream looking? Has it been laggy for you? Does it look shitty? Because I'm streaming over a different internet connection, and I want to know if I can do this long term. Okay, Neolith is going to try and fight zoning with zoning. He's using Peacock. But unfortunately, he's using Bang 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 a lot, and Bang 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 can leave you vulnerable for a long amount of time. Block that. Oh, why don't you block that? No, that happy boo-boo damage is going to be pretty frustrating. Nightbot's having issues, so I cannot do chat display right now. I'll try it again between matches.
I'd like to... Yes, that's what I was just about
Good
to say.
job using that egret call to get in.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that egret dive was already out. If it wasn't, then you can use an egret dive between the beam and the projectiles.
That was a strong Philia combo from DiscreeT.
Is Philia just doing work on this Peacock?
Unfortunately, he waited too little, going from crouching heavy punch into hairball. So the heavy punch didn't actually connect. He canceled out of it during the startup, and that gave Peacock enough time to go into neutral.
Called not
That's gonna get blocked.
At Gregor.
But Neolith is not able to lay on the pain. Again, you could see the same thing happened right there. He canceled out of crouch heavy punch during the startup animation, so it did not hit. and Neolith was able to start blocking while he went into
And
hairball.
there's the taunt, there's the giant step, there's another one. Here comes a combo.
Throw reset, saw that coming.
Ooh!
That was a
Lightsaber
nice
Super
way
Saiyan
to
Jazz
beat the
get
raw
through
tag.
that, to get through that tag.
Unfortunately, BB is down after that level 3. But this Peacock
Ooh,
has been
gonna
giving
punish
DiscreeT
that
trouble,
shot.
and he's just going to quickly throw it in Argus Agony. Okay, but DiscreeT's Filia has it in though.
Really, you're just dodging all of these things that Neolith is trying to throw out. Gets some combos in and wins it. That was a good game.
Those were solid. Neolith really needs to learn how to deal with projectile spam.
Yeah.
That was,
as-
without a doubt the biggest issue in all 3 games for him. Was Parasol was able to get just so much damage by spamming one move.
And, like, that's not something that should be a problem if you're using a big band Cerebella team.
That, ladies
Both of
and
them
gentlemen, is a cheap move. For those who don't understand the context, Justin Wong has been streaming Mortal Kombat X lately, and in matchmaking he got paired up with like a 12-year-old boy, and Justin beat him by just spamming missiles and shouting, "Welcome to the real world, son. You gonna learn today." Okay, so King Mango and Ohrami got in here very quickly. And then we have Tynth versus Chef Vortivask. Okay, it looks to me like the chat still is not working. Again, I run it through a plugin that's powered by the guy that made Nightbot, and it seems like all of his stuff, his server is just completely screwed up right now. Ohrami's going to be playing Madoka Filia, King Mango's. Is that, what, She-Hulk Fortune?
I'd assume so. Gonna be really interesting seeing 1v1 with 2 rushdown characters.
What I would like to see out of a solo matchup, I feel like solo matches have a much higher emphasis on footsies than we see from a lot of teams. And so, if you don't know what neutral game is, I'd like you to pay attention to this and you might learn something. Omnyx, would you like to explain to everyone what neutral game is?
Yeah, neutral game is a sort of state in which neither player has an advantage. Neither player has like gotten an in or is resetting the other guy. And basically, in this state, everybody wants to get their character within range to get an in on the other guy while staying out of range of their opponent.
Can solos regenerate health with snapbacks? No, they can't, because if you notice, in a 1v1 matchup, nobody has red health. And the snaps regenerate your red health. So if you don't have red health, you cannot regenerate red health.
Quick poke into super. Tries continuing off of it and it doesn't work.
It was a nice Filia combo by Ohrami to end the round.
I bet everything on you.
I would like to announce that today's stream is sponsored by Soda Shack. I moved to a new apartment yesterday, and there's a convenience store down the street that has that has Soda Shack. And I haven't had Soda Shack in months, so I'm all over that.
Looks like I found a new scratching.
I wish I could have Soda Shack.
Shot!
I would really like to see King Mango make better use of the overhead options that Fortune has. Because remember, the important thing about neutral game is that you and your opponent are both trying to find an advantage. Anyway, neutral game stuff.
Nice.
Use your effing overheads, Mango. Overheads are good for mix-ups, and people. Ooh, that was interesting. That wasn't exactly a burst bait because Ohrami had to block it, and even if the bait gets blocked, as long as it makes some sort of physical contact, then the person who used the bait becomes invincible. In that situation, people kind of get confused, and so a good thing to do is just jump up and grab them. Do an air grab. Because again, it takes a moment for most people to process what happens when a burst bait gets blocked. And so if you know to just automatically jump up and grab them, that'll be a good advantage for you. Can't you PBGC or alpha counter if you block a burst? I know that it's possible to alpha counter off a burst. Okay, Ohrami's in. It's funny, I basically know that exact same Filia combo. An observation though about how that works is you can see that generally it crosses up in the middle, so basically you're switching directions. I like to use that as a way to get out of corners, so if I'm able to land a couple of hits. Oh, that's really, really nice popping that super. Unfortunately, Gregor Samson sucks and doesn't beat anything, so they end up trading. Okay, I like that. I imagine that Mango was anticipating a air dash into a jumping heavy.
Ooh. Like what I was seeing from King Mango with an attempted overhead, unfortunately it got blocked.
Yeah, and also like Ohrami tried it earlier, and that's when he got the trade. But you can see that overheads have a long startup time, and that's so your opponent has a chance to change their block stance and realize what's going on. Gets a little bit of extra damage on the head as well. Very nice. But he gets caught in the middle of a dash, and you cannot block while dashing. Okay. What's the takeaway from those games? Omnyx. Sounds like you don't really have much to say.
Nope.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to plug Combo Breaker. Guys, Combo Breaker is a real thing that's happening in like 2 weeks. This is probably going to be the biggest Skullgirls tournament of the year. Skullgirls is a main stage event at Combo Breaker. We have more applicants than Marvel. It's pretty much like number 1, Ultra, number 2, Skullgirls, number 3, I have no idea. It's Memorial Day weekend in Chicago, and Lab Zero is providing a $2,000 pot bonus. So if you can make it out there, I highly recommend that you go. Even if you're not competing, it'll be a really fun event. You can get some friendlies in, casuals, what have you. If you can't make it to Combo Breaker, at least watch the stream, because a lot of top-tier competitive players are going to be at Combo Breaker, and those are going to be some great matches to watch. So, with that out of the way, we have Tynth versus Chef Vortivask right now. And after that, Wulf Blitzer versus Adwins. I'm hearing that I have mic interference, and it's something where I might know what's going on, but I really can't troubleshoot it right now. So, sorry. Tynth is here, we just okayed, there's Vortivask. Bye, Vortivask.
Here he is. Is he going there? Yes, he is.
Is this any better?
So far.
Well, I mean, did it sound staticky to you?
I was getting some, like, occasional interference where it would just be really loud.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was, it's because I had to stick a Wi-Fi card in my computer. I think that was introducing some ESD. Okay, we got Val in Big Band against Sarabella in Big Band. Did you know that everyone at Get Good likes Big Band? Nightfire, we have a ton of people this week. We have around, I think, 35? This is, without a doubt, the biggest Get Good we've done yet. I like the use of Locomo by Time. That armor comes in handy when your opponent's throwing out a couple of hits. However, you gotta be careful with those armored moves against Valentine, because, well, Valentine doesn't do that much damage. She throws out a lot of hits very, very quickly. For example, that Bonesaw move, and that's just a normal. So you can throw that out at any time. Moves like that will cut through armor like butter. And so, well, it's good to, you know... Oh, why would you do that? Why would you throw that level 3 out? I mean, okay, Tynth won the game, but that's disgusting. Don't do that. Do not do that. Yeah, Nightfire, we have 10... Yeah, we have 18 matches. You shouldn't be doing raw supers in general. Why would you do a raw level 3? That's like 3 times as bad.
This may sting.
Alright, let's try and get some more insight into what's happening here. Okay, that concho's not working. I'm curious if that's because Tynth is trying to perform on Valentine. In my experience, I've noticed that a lot of my combos misbehave on Valentine. So yeah, there he gets it off. He goes into the Seracopter, and then a Diamond Dynamo gets off a pretty solid amount of damage. Okay, Vortivask blocked it that time. That was good. If he wanted to be a little more aggressive, a little more ballsy, he could have just started attacking Bella during the lock and load. Because again, Valentine's moves come out so fast and do so many hits that you can break the armor. Assist is going to take a lot of damage, so Vortivask needs to compensate with this opportunity. Does not block that. May have been because he was caught in the middle of a glide, but it looked to me like he could have blocked. See, that's what I'm talking about. He was able to break through the armor.
That armor break.
Tynth really needs to be using Bella's command grabs. He had an opening there where he could have killed Valentine after the end of that block string by going for a diamond drop.
Why would you bring Valentine back in?
Because I don't understand how health regen works. Guys, you really, like... Vortivask... Wait, Vortivask was the one who was doing this earlier where he kept on tagging all the time. He's not doing it as much, but the point still stands. And sometimes you instinctively just kind of do the tag because you see an opening. You need to keep an eye on the HUD at the top of the screen. You always need to know what the numbers are there. You need to know how much health your characters have. You need to know how much health they can regenerate. A huge thing to be aware of is, more important than looking at your stuff, you need to look at your opponent's stuff. Because if you see that one of your opponent's characters is on really low health and they're trying to regenerate, you need to know to perform a snapback, because you can get that snap off and then kill them. You want to make sure you know how much meter your opponent has, because maybe they have really good reversal options for level 3. That is a huge general gameplay tip that everyone can benefit from. It's something that I can benefit from, and I'm trying to do more, but make sure you know what resources your opponent has available. Look at their health, look at their red health, look at their meter, know what they can do with what they have.
Punishing that unsafe move from Bella.
What options are available if mix-ups aren't working on a zoner? I feel like that's a little bit of a vague question. I mean, the challenge with playing against like a zoning character, like let's use Peacock as an example, is you need to get in. Once you get in, if you create an opening, zoning characters are typically pretty fragile. And so their options are limited up close, and you have control of the match. You have momentum. So if you're just doing like overheads or high-low mix-ups and they're blocking those, then you might want to try going in for a grab, or you might want to do some kind of trap with your assist. So for example, sometimes I play with Philia Bella, and I use lock and load as my Cerebella assist. If I throw that out and I see my opponent was blocking it high, then I'll really quickly try and go in and attack them low as Philia. As LOTO said, yes, Tynth, you really need to be using Diamond Drop after your block strings. It's very, very important when you're playing Bella that you use her command grabs. Her command grabs are her #1 tool.
And that's also especially true because I don't see Vortivask push blocking or jumping back.
Actually, yeah. Vortivask is playing in a way that makes him very susceptible to those command grabs. Also, that's another thing is when we're talking about dealing with zoners, is use grabs. If they're blocking all your stuff, use grabs. Especially with Bella. Use Bella's grabs. Because she has good grabs. Alright, that is 3. We're going to be moving on to Wulf, Blitzer, and Adwins. After they play, we have Snagglepuss versus Skullboy. Would something like Peacock Parasol Double be a good team? I don't know.
I think I know someone who's played that before, but like, I don't really think that there's such thing as like a good team or a bad team. It's just, can you make it work versus can you not make it work?
Yeah, it's all about making it work. I feel like Parasol and Parasol can fight up close, and you know Peacock can fight up close, but nobody does that. It's a team that, like any team, you can try and make it work, but
I can see Peacock Parasol double working. If you have Peacock on point at the beginning, you have Parasol with filler, and then you have double with Hornet Bomber. So you can either pillar when they get up close, or Hornet Bomber to just get them on the other side of the screen again, without having to spend.
That's right. Hornet Bomber is the lamest assist. So helpful for zoning.
Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot.
Okay, Wulf Blitzer gets in with Beowulf, but unfortunately he gets caught up attacking Adwin's assist character. He gives Pinwheel an opening to land some hits in, but Wulf Blitzer has regained momentum. Adwins should consider tagging out Pinwheel soon because she can be regenerating so much red health. And there's the tag. So in this situation, Wulf Blitzer should make sure that he does a snapback. But I don't think that's going to happen. That's not going to happen. That raw tag is going to get slightly punished by Adwins. He could have done a lot more with that. And Wulf Blitzer is sitting on 3 bar. We're going to see a tag into Pinwheel pretty soon, because Pinwheel's just about regenerated all of her health. No, instead we're going to have Parasol die, but not before Pinwheel finishes regen. Now Pinwheel has a lot of fast multi-hit moves, so I am hoping that Adwins uses those to break Big Band's armor.
From Propaganda Minister.
Again, I think that Adwins' Pinwheel will come especially in handy for the Big Band matchup. So I'm hoping that Pinwheel stays alive long enough to really go to town on Big Band. Because again, she has good multi-hit moves that would break through the armor. It's funny, you don't see a lot of Pinwheels, but I don't know. I've seen some seriously good ones. Tomer knows what I'm talking about. Not his Pinwheel, but we both got bodied by the same Pinwheel. So I forget the name of it, but like that attack dash thing that Beowulf does. From what I understand, you can pretty much make anything safe by using that to fly away at the end.
It's called Wolf Blitzer, actually.
Ah, so that explains why Wolf Blitzer is using it so much.
Into the trash it goes.
Nice snap. Again, guys, learn to snap. Okay, Adwins has Wolf Blitzer trapped in the corner, so he doesn't have anywhere to fly away except up. Oh no, but he doesn't block that raw tag, and it's going to allow BB to create some distance and get out of the corner. That's going to be it if he pops level 3. Oh, instead he's going to go for the Bayo kill.
The line for autographs starts here. Clap for sad loser.
So, I'm looking at my can of Soda Shack with Shaquille O'Neal's giant smirk staring back at me. It says on here, a big can for the big man. Shakazona, national spokesperson for Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Shaq is an American hero. I would choose Shaq over Captain America any day. Nice use of Napalm Pillar.
Also, nice use of my fucking Parasol palette.
You play the pony palette. Don't complain when people take it. This is an iffy situation for Adwins, trapped in the corner. Nice use of Pillar, though, to create some distance, but he doesn't try to get out. He said more focused on getting Beowulf away than getting out of the corner. Yo, did he just set up Big Band's taunt as an assist?
That's what it looked like?
I have not seen that before. That's very interesting. Fortunately, it's not really going to come... Oh, I don't understand why. If Adwin spent meter, he probably could have killed Bayo. Burn the meter. Goes for a level 3. That's absolute... I thought that level 3 would be overkill. I imagined that, because of the Tuba Tuba charge, a level 1 would have been able to kill there.
Adwin's could be using this meterless band as an opportunity.
But, you know, it would have been a lot better if he didn't just burn all of his meter on a raw level 3 from across the screen.
Band got that 1 meter, uses it for the Tuba Tuba.
The world is full of obvious things. We are done here.
I'm excited that we're getting to a point where like you see a lot of Bayos that are doing more than just, you know, goofing around. Like people are really learning how to make this character work.
Yeah, people have plans with Beowulf.
Bayos going places. So we have Snagglepuss versus Skullboy right now. So we have DillovesCupcakes up next versus Lock on Stratos. Guys, be ready because you're playing after this match. Also, I'm liking Snagglepuss's Steamboat Peacock icon. We need Skullboy. Is Skullboy here?
Yeah,
Skullboy
I sent
is
him an
here.
invite.
What's been up with the stream? Not much. Skullboy, we've sent you invites, so look at your overlay. If you're not getting them, just right-click on my name and hit join game.
There he is.
Oh, it's Krillin, my favorite character from Dragon Ball DT. I find the whole story with GT hilarious. Do you understand like the context of GT and the Dragon Ball canon?
I don't understand anything about the Dragon Ball canon.
Okay, well, not so much like how it fits in the canon, but the context of why it exists.
Shall we?
No.
Who will be the czar tonight? Great.
Akira Toriyama was in rehab for his heroin addiction, and so somebody else wrote GT, and it was terrible. So when Toriyama got out of rehab, the first thing he said was GT is no longer canon. Anyway, Snagglepuss going with Squiggly and Big Band, the team that got, I believe it was 3rd place at last month's Get Good tournament. Skullboy is going to be using Cerebella and Fukua.
Ooh, that burst.
I was curious how that will work. You could see that showstopper did not go through because Snagglepuss was being hit by the Fukua assist. You can only land grabs, including command grabs and supers that are grabs. You can only land those when your opponent is in a neutral state.
Or staggered.
Or staggered, or I think you can do it while they're attacking. But if they are blocking or they are being hit, grabs will not go through. Goes in that super, starts running in, but ends up getting hit by a Big Band Raw tag.
Hopefully gonna let Squiggly regenerate all that health.
I think that's what we're going to see. Snagglepuss is playing pretty cautiously. That was a very, very nice super. At just the perfect time when Fukua was jumping and Bella was still out.
Ooh, doesn't need to do much to get rid of this Fukua. Does it with the assist.
Tradition lives on. The world is full of obvious things. The winner is you.
I find it hilarious that Toriyama would call somebody else's work terrible. Hey, do not talk shit about the man that gave us the Spirit Bomb. I was never super into Dragon Ball Z. I read a bit of the original Dragon Ball manga because that's actually fun, but then it just turns into guys fighting and screaming by DBZ. Okay, Snaggles in with that dive kick. Smart use of Seracopter. Generally, Seracopter as an assist, and, you know, it deals quite a bit of damage and it can push people really far away. But it is a long move, which means you can keep your opponent in place for a long time, giving you a chance to, say, jump over them and go for some kind of mix-up. Or what Skullboy did was he jumped over and tried going for a grab because he knew that Snaggle would be distracted dealing with the MGR. But Fukua gets trapped in a corner, gets taken down, pulled right in with that silver cord.
Not gonna deal with that silver cord reset.
Yeah, you got to be careful with silver cord up close.
Just throwing Snagglepuss into the out of the corner.
Diamond drops. I would have liked. It's close enough to the corner. Nice ultimate showstopper. He's got 2 more bars, so let's see if he's gonna churn that butter. That's gonna scale pretty badly, though. I don't think that was worth spending 3 bar for. This can kill. That will kill.
We are done here. Win gold for Mother Russia. All yours.
Using that assist to get in. Silver cord reset.
You know, for a minute I thought this was going to be a repeat of last match because Skullboy was getting backed into the corner, and last time Fuqua got stuck in the corner, Snagglepuss just took her down in no time.
You gonna see some resets for days? No, starts whiffing the combo.
He's a little too far away. Also, is that banner in the
charge.
background, is that supposed to be Fuqua? Like the really badly drawn one?
Looks like it.
Nice
After a
air grab.
reset?
It is possible to extend off of that. An easy thing to do is you can just perform People's Elbow at the very end and quickly go into Diamond Dynamo. But there are better options. Again, you
Ooh.
need to make sure that your opponent is in some sort of neutral state when you're attempting a grab. If you're hitting them or they're blocking, you can't do that. So this technically means you cannot combo into Ultimate Showstopper. You cannot combo into a command grab.
The end of that SSJ could have been blocked.
Yeah, I don't understand why that didn't get blocked.
Ooh. Catches Skullboy whiffing. Down goes Fuqua.
That's
Block
too
it,
late to
block
hit.
it, block it.
You need to perform that sooner. And yeah, I am confused why Skullboy did not block that. There was a big opening where that could have been blocked.
Who is best?
I think Skullboy needs to find out how to get out of the corner.
The corner is generally a very scary situation for people. And the solution to the problem is you need to figure out how to get out of the corner, or you need to make sure that you never get put in the corner in the first place.
Yep.
Also, Skullboy needs to be on top of his blocks.
Yes.
Because there were a lot of times where something was very clearly whiffing, and if he blocked it, he wouldn't have died, plain and simple. That's how he lost that last match, is he did not block that supersonic jazz. Even though it was on screen for several seconds, and it was very clear that it was an opportunity to block it and stay alive. After Lock On versus Dill, we have Keyboard Beach versus Dormoxx.
It looks like
Lock on going with Val Eliza.
Going against the
Cupcakes going
solo
with
big
solo
man.
band.
Again, Valentine has a lot of fast multi-hit moves which can cut through Big Band's armor. She also has fantastic mobility.
Nice drop after that block string.
Manages a reset off of that somehow. Good use of Sekhmet to get in.
That Eliza assist.
Not only does Sekhmet have that hyper armor, meaning it's invincible to some degree, but also that has good range. And Val is able to run in pretty quickly.
Level 3.
Tell me where it hurts.
Even, you know, sticks around for the anime, doesn't skip it, preps that syringe at the end. Nice work.
Ooh, grabs her out of the drop. If Valentine survives this, she might want to get out of here, but she doesn't.
Smart A-Train from Dill.
Watch out for
There's
that
the grab reset. So many Big Band players do that. You should always be ready to do that attack if you see there's that awkward pause. Finishes off with the level 3. Let's try turning chat back on. It means I have to turn off Combo Breaker for a sec so we can see it.
When the word of love falls, pick it up and hold it higher.
Same teams, different sides.
Hey, listen here.
There's the grab again,
and making sure she stays there.
That like
Tech's out.
Jill has done that reset multiple times, so Lock-On doesn't really have an excuse to not catch on and start teching.
Going down.
There's the drop. There's a second assist. Another drop.
Going down.
And another drop. Push block this woman.
Oh, it looks like she was
Or
getting ready
grab her
for the
back.
drop, but got caught during the animation.
Props to Dill for picking up on that.
Justin, you've been tough job.
Ooh. Gets a grab off it. Probably trying to tech.
You know, at this rate, I'm glad
the
that the
drop.
chat is invisible on stream.
And here, Dill goes again, pushing Lock-On into the corner.
Stratos has so much meter, don't be afraid to use it. When you have trouble getting in with Eliza and you have that much meter, don't be afraid to just throw out Sekhmet. Yo, why is your ping so bad? Are you at home?
No. Your ping is like 160, bro.
Oh man.
I don't know what's going on here.
That might be my VPN. We're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to play matches sometime and see how bad it really is.
Ooh, nice job blocking that overhead. Ooh, nice use of Sekhmet.
Sekhmet beats everything. Doesn't go for the throw that time, just goes straight into super.
Hopefully this will give Val a chance to regen all that health.
Well, Dill does not have the meter to perform a snap, so I think that as long as Eliza stays alive, Val's going to be okay. Nice, Horus. That is a really, really common mix-up you see people do, is at the end of their strings they'll throw out Horus. Now, one solution is you can block it, but also it has a... Bird Insurance has sort of a lengthy startup time, and so it is possible to hit Eliza in the middle of it before Horus drops down and start attacking. But that depends on the character you're playing, whether or not you can pull that off. Big Bam might be able to get away with using brass knuckles, and so he would eat the Horus hit with armor, but then he'd be able to hit Eliza and possibly extend off of it.
Still could be punishing these block bypasses.
Major surgery.
And there's the disrespect level 1.
Pathetic ASG.
Now, message from Propaganda Minister.
Okay, 3 games. But Ant says that Dill needs to be push blocking, and that would certainly be helpful. Okay, so now we have Keyboard Beach versus Dormoxx. After that, we have our last beginners matchup, which is GroovyGoyim versus Reckon. After that, we're going to be kicking off the intermediate section, which we'll be starting off with Linguine versus Adwins 14. In the meantime, Keyboard, we need you in here. Dormoxx is here. Where are you? I'm guessing it's broken, Keyboard.
Yep, I sent him an invite.
Yeah. Oh, Keyboard left the chat, but should be back in here. Broken Keyboard has the name Keyboard Beach in here, so come on. Get in here. In the meantime, let's talk about Honey Pop, because we have a controversial opinion. Dormoxx saying that Belly is best girl. She is not. Omnyx and I had this discussion earlier, and the only reason people would rank Belly high is because she is free. Now, depends on, you know, if you want to get into like what girls they're into or how they play the game. She's free. If you have low self-esteem, you just say nice things to Belly and then you can sleep with her. But in terms of a gameplay standpoint, it's very, very easy to get Belly's like personality questions right. Like if you're not playing the game like a cheater and reading a wiki, it's very easy to just answer the questions because you say whatever's positive, whatever you're like yoga instructor aunt would say is what you respond with. Also, Belly has very low alcohol tolerance, which means that you can get her drunk for very little money, and between, you know, between getting her intoxication up really high very easily and being able to answer her questions very easily, you can get a ton of honey by talking to Belly, and it takes no effort. That is the only reason it's worth going out with Belly. Tiffany is a better choice. I do like Tiffany. She's a good girl. Broken Keyboard, we need you in here. It is 4:25. At 4:27, you're not playing. We're waiting 1 more minute for keyboard. Friendly reminder that Get Good is sponsored by Honey Pop, the award-winning puzzle sim dating adventure thing made by some weeaboos here in the States. As reviewed by Christian Gamer, I cannot recommend this game to fellow Christians. But guys, it was on sale last week, so if you didn't buy it, you are missing out. It's so bad, but it's so good. Okay, that's it. First person to join the game gets to play Dormoxx. We're done waiting for keyboard.
Following it, LOTO or Nod Scatter gets here first. Damn it. Well, alright. Dormoxx is killed? No. Never mind. Working.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's time to fight! Give me a hit!
Nice sweep to get things started. I'd like to see some armor breaking from Dormoxx, and I'd like to see some 8 trains from Stompinstein. Nice delayed reset. Air grab. Nice sweep. Nice 8 train. Nice little move into super. Deep in pain wheel in the corner. Ooh, interesting burst. That burst hits. Doesn't seem like Dormoxx was taking the opportunity to get out of the corner though. So he seems to be doing well on his own. Nice grab. Just slightly out of range for a command grab. And the extend for the win.
Kill.
Do not blink! Break them!
Same shit. Putting Dormoxx in the corner and just resetting for days.
But
Nice
then Dormoxx is all like, no, nobody puts Dormoxx in the corner. But then Stompinstein gets that A-train and is like, nah, I'm putting you in the corner. Except not really, because he flies ass backwards.
SSJs, which would put him out of the corner.
Keyboard just messaged me. He literally fell asleep. No, he can't get in here for a game. He was late. We have it in the rules. He's not playing.
That is a unit, one pallet.
Get in the damn robot, Shinji. It was really nice holding down that hatred and kind of baiting out Stompinstein.
Best is yet to come.
Ooh, block that. Yes, and punish it.
Oh, baby!
Way too overkill. Nice A
Plus,
train.
that's gonna be game.
The world is full of obvious things. A winner is you. Stay out of my way, old man. Gentlemen and ladies, it's time to fight.
Alright. Stompinstein's gained the momentum, and this is now turned into a guessing game.
Ooh. Nice tech.
Thing is, Dormoxx can't necessarily play like really slowly and cautiously. That doesn't really work on Stompinstein. Good block, but you need to get that overhead.
Nice combo.
Solid combo right there. But the thing is, Stomp knows that Dormoxx is going to be jumping around a lot because he's playing Painwheel. And so Stomp just keeps on throwing out Aid Train, and it's working so well. You can see, like, that was really smart right there, is that Dormoxx was throwing out that very, very fast and furious, shoutouts Vin Diesel, rapid hit move. And so you could see that Stomp was getting ready to Aid Train, but Dormoxx cut through the armor. He needs to be doing that more, because if he can take away Aid Train, this fight becomes way more difficult for Stompinstein.
Ooh, tossing, stop into the corner.
Holds that charge too long though, but he's still able to pick it up on a different chain. Good, now Stomp has his in. This is probably going to be game. He just needs one little blooper. There's the blooper I'm talking about. There we go.
The world is full of obvious things. Now, message from propaganda minister.
Alright, we have Groovy versus Reckon. Please get them in here. Then we'll be starting the intermediate section with Linguine in Grade 14. Oh, is Sixlet still here? Sixlet is still here. Wasn't Newbie Night yesterday? Omnyx?
Yeah,
Wasn't Newbie Night? Like the return of Newbie Night yesterday?
fairly certain it was yesterday.
I want to know how that went, because I was too busy trying to watch Money vs. Pac-Man. Newbie Night was cancelled because of Sharpie is dead. That's a shame. I was excited to hear Newbie Night was coming back. That's how I got really hooked into this game.
Gentlemen and
Philia, Peacock Squiggly. shout out to these two guys not having a big band on their team.
That's what I'm talking about, see? See? It wasn't really a burst because it got blocked, but he jumped up and he went for the grab. And it worked. It worked. Just gotta convert better off of it. I'm not seeing a lot of like awkward pauses where both players are waiting to figure out what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not Scott making a good observation about the way bursting works is it empties out the drama bar. So that's, you know, regardless of whether the bait actually works or not, it's good to empty that out. Something I've noticed with like every Filia player that we see here is they only really get in with air dashes and jumping moves. Granted, Filia doesn't have tons of options for getting in, but they keep on fishing with that one thing. And when it doesn't work, it's like, oh, tough shit, I can't do anything with Filia.
Ooh.
But that car flew in. No, that was the plane that flew in from off screen.
Yep.
Groovy's sitting on so much meter. He's got to do something with it. Do not do... You got to be so careful when using Bang 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 because you're vulnerable for such a long period of time.
It's okay. You get them next time.
I would not have done Bang Bang Bang. What I think I would have done is when there was still a little bit of distance, I would have thrown down a bomb. I forget what super that is, but it's when you throw down the big bomb, like the Lenny.
Yeah.
And so that you know, that would throw your opponent off, make him a little bit cautious, and then you can throw out a super. You know, just do like Argus or something to buy yourself a little time. Just you had 5 bar. There's so many. You could have bought yourself a lot of time, done a lot of little things with that. And you're not a special snowflake if you don't play Big Band. Gets punished for that slide, and now Groovy's stuck in the corner. I wouldn't have jumped back, I would have kept the pressure on. If you want to keep your opponent in the corner, you can make use of your assist. Okay, Reckon's going to punish that hairball again. Hairball is unsafe on block, so you need to be careful when using it. Good throw from Groovy.
Throw into the corner.
Good
Nope,
tech.
not gonna work a second time.
I have a feeling that Filia's dead. Filia can die right now. Nope.
Filia could leave. Filia can't leave.
It would have been doing it with a risky raw tag at that point. So here we go. Groovy's just gonna spam those projectiles, but gets caught in the middle of Bang Bang Bang. Like I said last game, that's a risky move, especially against a character like Squiggly that can jump over it and then dive kick to attack you as she comes down. Could have done a Goodfellas, man. I would have been curious if we would have seen could have Argus right through that battle opera.
All clammed up, eh?
You get bronze.
Adri wants to see more center stage from Squiggly.
That's a smart option, especially against the Peacock.
Gregor Samson is like the easiest joke to get. I never thought about the mice and men thing with Peacock, but when I hear it, it makes sense. But Gregor Samson, like, it's more than just a namesake. He turns into a bug. Reckon Solo Squiggly just going to town. Now, it's not really an advantage to performing the snap-on solo, especially in that situation because Reckon had very little red health, so it's not like you'd be hurting him that much by taking that away. Alright, use of Argus.
And just Peacock doesn't use the opportunity to get out of the corner. And now Peacock is back in the corner.
No, she's out of the corner. Oh, but then she
And now
gets
Peacock is
Gravedigger back
corner.
into the corner, and then Philia raw
Here
tags
comes
out of the
Philia.
corner.
Smart
Gets
move
in from
considering
really
how
far
much
away with that hairball. I don't see why that wasn't blocked by Reckon.
Anticipating a
Oh, that's gonna grab her. Oh no, that doesn't grab her out.
I mean, you could do 2 supers in a row with that insane scaling.
Well,
Crouching heavy kick seals the deal. And that's it for beginner matches.
okay. Chat. Let's talk about Skullgirls, please. Anyway, just enough of this. Let's play some intermediate matches. Linguine versus Adjugrade 14. Please, oh please, get them in here.
Whoa, Gregor
What?
Samson hit something first? Yes. That's a interesting observation.
But for real, I hate using Gregor Samson because I feel like whenever I do it, I get beat out by something. I don't know, I see Linguini's name in Steam pick and I just immediately think of Tim and Eric. Like, do you get that vibe? There's no joke to it, it's just a fucking picture of Linguini.
Yeah, it's like just pasta playing games.
Back to school.
Okay, we got Parasol and Double going against Philia and Parasol.
Right there.
Ooh, like that spiral flare cross up. Grab reset.
He landed that shot right as Philia was coming down.
Nice use.
It's
of
just
the
keeping him
tosses.
locked down by using those assist calls and
All
those
of this
napalm
pressure,
shots.
All of these tears.
But Adri's just like, oh, F this, I'm gonna super. DHC's out.
Here comes Adri's own Parasol. Gets hit with the Hornet Bomber. Or at least gets pushed away.
Playing very cautiously here.
Nice
he's-
use of the dive.
Good use of the dive, but you have to
Unfortunately,
do
still gets hit
something
with a
off
few
of that. Get your fast shots out or something. You need to get Linguini to stop pushing buttons for a second. Because everything he's doing is going unchallenged.
shots.
What I like is like he's not just straight up spamming shot. He's throwing them out kind of like in between movements or assist calls. This is really, really smart play from Linguini. But Adri finds an opening. Linguini hasn't even really
Here we
spent
go
meter
again
yet.
with the shots. That's not gonna work. Here comes double. Parasol goes down. Here comes Philia.
Gets caught by that pillar as she comes in. Does a throw, manages to turn the
Tosses
tables
double
around,
into
get
the
Linguine
corner.
in the corner. Unfortunately, drops that combo. Linguine catches on, seizes the opportunity, and is going to kill Adri right here, right now. Except no, there's a block, and he chips out.
Nice job, Linguine.
Tactical spam. Can you DHC after the final hit of Showstopper? Yeah, there's no reason why not.
Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot.
Adri's having a really tough time trying to find a way in.
Adri is just completely locked down. There's the Spiral Flare again. God damn. Uses the umbrella, does a little glide around in the air. Oh no, doesn't block the
Gets
second
hit
hit
with
on
the
that
double
tag in.
In a car. Vehicular homicide on Philia.
Ophelia just got, you know, absolutely peed on. Shout out to R. Kelly.
Just keeping this up with Parasol in the corner. Applying pressure, keeping Parasol locked the fuck down. Locks it overhead.
Oh, it doesn't get caught by that alpha counter.
Ooh, back
Gonna get caught by
into
the Hornet
corner.
Bomber, though.
Good burst.
Adri keeps on trying to get in with that umbrella dive kick, but it just isn't working.
A pathetic imposter.
So as a Parasol player, what insight can you give us into how Linguini's playing Parasol versus how Adri's playing Parasol?
I think it goes without saying that I really like how Linguini's playing, sort of striking that balance between zoning when he has to zone and keeping the other characters at bay, and then just getting in, wrecking shit when he has to, going for resets with the Spiral Flare, and just keeping whoever he's going against locked down in the corner.
Yeah, that's the thing, is regardless of whether he's zoning or he's playing up close, he's locking his opponent down. Adri isn't getting any real opportunities to do anything.
I also don't think I've seen a Parasol that was this liberal with the grabs.
We're gonna see that same B&B from Adri, but it gets dropped.
Ooh,
Not a
catches.
good time to go for a grab. A little too far spaced out.
Ooh, there goes the pistol whip. Liking these mix-up options from Linguine.
I think I would have liked to see Adri DHC into Parasol because he's having way more success with Philia than he is with Para.
Ooh, like that egret dive. Adri trying to throw out some shots of his own. Sets up a puddle. Here comes Parasol again now that she's regenerated that red health.
Once again, snapbacks. Learn it, live it, love it. See, the problem is with
Nice job with the
Adri
sniper,
throwing out
catching-
the egret call is that
Nice overhead.
when the shots hit, they're still stationary. They still linger on stage for a little bit. And so, yeah, Adri can make sure he's not blocking or anything, but he still has to worry about what's going to happen to those shots when they detonate.
I know Adri found himself in the corner. I liked seeing what he did with the detonate. We don't really see that from too many Parasol players.
All in all, Linguine had some really strong resets. Just really, really great character knowledge of Parasol. I don't really have much criticism to give there. It's a very strong, smart game. I felt like he never really relied on one gimmick too heavily. He was always shuffling through his tech, trying new things, and not giving Adri time to adapt.
A very versatile player.
Yeah.
One who knows both of his characters well and when to use different strategies for each one.
You have any insights for Adri?
Probably figure out ways to escape pressure, like Parasol has Napalm Pillar.
Philia has Updo.
Philia has Updo.
But yeah, when you get locked down, you need to know what to do. Sometimes, even what if he alpha countered into Napalm Pillar?
Who?
Adri. That could have worked in some situations. You can't rely on that all the time, but that's something that can get you out of a bind, and you minimize the amount of damage you take.
Forbidden fruit is the most tempting.
Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot!
LOTO playing his usual team. Eliza not falling for that cross-up.
Does fall for that num though. LOTO generally has solid control over Misfortune's head. He doesn't really let it get exploited too much.
We're gonna get you.
Ooh, punishes that raw tag.
Come on, you've got 2 bar. Give me a snap. Give me a snap, baby. Oh, baby.
Ooh, that's gonna hit alive. Nope.
Did Horus eat the hit for that, or did nothing really happen?
Ooh.
Churn that butter,
Burn that
baby.
butter.
I am.
There it goes down. Here comes Eliza.
I'm very disappointed
Turns out that got
that
a little too early.
McCloud never tried to snap back Fortune, because Fortune is basically regenerating a shit ton of health. It's the only word I have for it.
Ooh. Turns that butter again. It's gonna work.
Oh, it doesn't kill, but A for effort.
Now, message from Propaganda Minister.
Horus is a secret egret.
I realized that the point wasn't to have it sound funny, but it sounds funny.
It's. I read it because I thought it was funny.
Secret egret.
But it pisses me off how much LOTO uses Showstopper and how much he gets away with it.
I kind of disagree. I think it's great how he manages to get away with it time after time.
But
that's not his fault.
It's something that he uses so much that people should be catching on and adapting. I mean, you know, James has never fought LOTO before, so that's part of it. But if a Get Good regular were to fight LOTO and gets hit by 3 Showstoppers in one match, I am like disowning them.
Watch out for it. Here's Bella. Watch out for that showstopper.
Okay, let's have some fun. When you think LOTO's gonna go for Showstopper, I want you to shout or something. Just give me some indication that it's happening. But before it happens, it's not happening this game because Bella dead yet.
Because Bella's dead. Air grab on incoming. Fortune trying really hard to cross up, and eventually it works. Super barely hits, but doesn't get the last one in.
Oh, that's not gonna hit, but
Gonna jump over that? Yes.
he doesn't have any meter, so Sekhmet doesn't do anything. In fact, that lets Eliza pretty wide open. Drops it for a split
nice
second,
reversal.
enough for LOTO to just mash out a super.
Punish that Fuku attack.
And Fuku is gonna zone this one out, and LOTO runs straight into a projectile.
Done here.
Seriously creeping me out.
Gentlemen and ladies, is a shot.
It's a little bit of extra damage in on that head, but not too much. One of the issues with using Seracopter as an assist is that it's going to knock your opponent away, so you can't really combo off of it. Get ready for the...
Oh, no.
He's gonna do it soon. He's gonna do
Here
it
it
soon.
is.
There it is! There it is, baby! But it gets whiffed by that tag. Oh, the irony.
There's a snap.
Really nice snap from
Eliza
LOTO.
loses all that red health.
And that is going to be a dead Eliza.
Nice job, LOTO.
Once again, this is why
Nice
this is why you gotta learn to
successful
snap, is because you can do that.
Ooh.
That was a
Nice little
decent
wonderful-
read, but instead James just spent meter.
There it is. Turning that butter. Yes, LOTO gets out of there. Let's Arabella regenerate that health.
Nice hum nom nom. Keep
Nom,
Fuqua in
nom.
one
Here
place.
comes Bella again. I don't really agree with that decision.
Like what you said before, it's better to let your characters regenerate health.
Because now Bella's dead.
Oh!
Ooh, and that hit.
Just on the edge of that hitbox.
We're done here.
Yeah, performing snapbacks, it's a quarter circle forward, and then the tag input of the character you want to bring in. Okay, we have Baps versus Stompinstein. And then Reznika versus Unlucky. We infinite lobby, boys?
Oh no!
Yep.
I accidentally hit the wrong button. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
stay
it's
in the game
happening.
for a minute so I can just join it and then you restart?
Okay.